let's talk about the YouTube Yarda. How did that acronym happen?
The YouTube Yarda, if you listen to any time I talk any kind of politics, like I did this one like maybe a month ago and we're talking about the tariffs, right? And I always break shit down into hood stuff. Like, all right, man, this is America. Mexico's another yard. China's another yard. We're trying to slang dope over there, which is cars, products, and they're trying to tax us. But when they come here and slang their dope, which is, you know, other goods, they don't tax us. So I try showing like different yards.
Or we don't tax them.
Yeah, we don't tax them, right?
Yeah.
So I was just showing like, you know, this is that yard, this is that yard. So when I started seeing what's going on in YouTube, I'm like, homie, this is a yarda right here.
So you were speaking in terms that people can relate to.
Yeah, that, because a lot of times, and like the homie over there and other homies are like, hey, fool, I love it that you can sit there and make sense out of this and put it into hood. Because some people, Gil, why you always got to put it into a hood thing? It's because I'm trying to educate my people. And some of my people are gangsters or cholos, whatever it is, homie. Yeah. At least that way they know what people are talking about. And with the YouTube Yarda, it's like, yeah, for this shit, it's a political world, bro. And it's, when I first came on the scene with this, bro, there was very few guys. There was some that are still here. But not one single guy speaking the way they're speaking now, bro. When I first came onto this, Jordan, it happened when you started getting some of these prison guys. They all came out like this, bro. Every single one of them, man. Every single one of them was like this, fool.
Yo.
And before they were like this, they were just
voices.
They were just voices.
What a screen.
And I'm watching this, and I'm saying, damn, these fools. What they were doing is they were testing the waters. Little by little, they would talk, and it probably took maybe a year until you finally saw somebody's face. They started with the mask during COVID, but they wouldn't show their face. And then after, they started showing their faces, fool. And every single one of them kind of started being like, all right, nothing's happening to me. Nothing's happening. Because that's what it was. They were afraid because they knew they shouldn't be speaking about this stuff, bro. Yeah. These are the rules. You know, it's funny how the guys that are always telling you, oh, well, in prison this. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, in prison that. But they only want to use this little terminology in prison. Yeah. Because if this was, you wouldn't be talking about this.
No, for sure. For sure.
If you were still in your neighborhood, you wouldn't be talking about this, fool. And that's when I said, damn, this was all fucking puro políticos, way.
Only when it's convenient for them.
Only when it's convenient for them, bro. So that's when it was like, dude, it's the YouTube Yarda. And then I started hearing, and he said he'll be the one. It was an old guy named OG Triple OG.
Oh yeah.
He would trolled me too,
with the
bro.
mask.
Yeah. He had the voice. People said I was. You're a troll. I said, I don't got time for that shit, bro. You're crazy. So he started majorly using it, bro, and he would throw me on there. But I heard him one time, I don't know, he did some kind of thing. He's like, you know, he don't like me, but Gil smart, because I said this. I said, I don't respond to this guy, bro. That's how trolls live. Yeah. When you start responding to him,
gives him power.
Yeah, you're giving him power. And he's like, Gil never, and then I never did, bro. Now I'm mentioning he hasn't been around a minute. Now you got Chemo Flicks. And Chemo Flicks is like the guy who gives you the scoops on everybody. Yeah. And these guys, yeah, they'll fucking expose people, bro.
But Chemo Flicks goes, he knows who to go after. Yeah. He's not going after for the you know, the person that's actually providing some for the community, though, or the culture.
Right. Yeah. For the most part, I think now he doesn't. He's pretty much stuck on those guys. And it's like you wanna come out on YouTube, you want to sit there and talk about all certain stuff, especially prison. It reminds me of this, bro. It reminds me of, I forgot which interview it was, one of these big guys. It may have been on Alex Alonso's thing, or it may have been old D, Big D that passed away many years ago. I forgot where I heard the story, but you hear this a lot, where one of the homies was one of them guys putting in work, and he said, finally, you know, gave his life to the Lord and said, I'm turning Christian and all that, and the homies pull up on him like, hey, fool, you a Christian? I'm like, yeah. All right, no problem, but there's no
coming back.
There's no coming back, fool. Facts. You're not that anymore. And to me, I can respect that. You walk away, but then you walk away.
And you make a U-turn.
You walk away, and now that you think the water is not that hot anymore, you start taking off your
criminal. That's Mr. Criminal.
And then you start they come back, bro. So that's what these guys are doing and did, and they're saying, you know, their main thing is, you're being a hater. Nah, bro. You just like the homies that are Christian. You walked away, bro. Don't come out now a couple years later. And I've seen that too. I've seen guys. I was busted with some guy in YA. Knew him from the streets. Did a YA life, but when he was in YA, changed his life, bro. Like went to the college courses, doing his thing. More power to him. I was like, oh, good shit. I see him a couple years later. This was in the hood, like tumbado down, like. Damn, fool, what happened? When I saw you were chilling, bro. But you start hanging around people. You're not in there anymore. So you start going back to your old ways, fool. And that's what's going on with a lot of these guys, bro. They're sitting here saying they're only speaking about them. No, you're speaking about a life that you chose to walk away from. Regardless of how you want to spin it, at some point you became very afraid. At some point you were either just tired of it. And I can respect that, fool. Yeah. If you want to walk away,
but you have no more say in anything that has.
Well, it's not over here. Facts, but also don't get upset when people criticize you for it.
Yeah, facts.
You decided to walk away, bro. And then it's like I wouldn't put myself in that position, bro. And so a lot of these guys, they do it because they're out of state.
Yeah, right? A lot of them. Yeah.
But the same guys that will talk crap about the guys out of state, their buddies are doing the same thing, bro.
So you think you coined the phrase, the YouTube Yarda?
It ain't no thing, homie. That's what it is.
That's what it is.
We started this gangster shit, homie. Whether they like it or not, and everybody's part of it at one point or another. You part, and it's funny because I hear everybody who doesn't like it. You know, it's almost like the Cali Mac thing.
I'm the enforcer.
Yeah.
I'm the enforcer.
It's almost like the Cali Mac thing. They catch themselves saying, this stupid ass YouTube, because you see it, bro. There is a genre. There is the YouTube Yarda, fool.
Yeah.
And me, I go into it every once in a while when something's cracking like this. Come in there and give my 2 cents.
He's the warden.
I'm the warden, bro.
I'm the enforcer.
I'm the warden.
I take out the trash, homie.
Yeah, I walk in there, I say my shit, but then after that, I'm gone, bro.
We escorted so many fools off the yard already. Fool is crazy, my boy. Mr. Hold on, Criminalgas, Rodent Radio. We escorted.
I'm part of the Goon Squad.
We escorted
Batman and Robin.
Minor 16.
Oh, Jesus.
Who else did we get out of here? The pot stalker.
The old man.
Which one?
Oh, yeah. The Chicano documentary.
He got 2 old men. This one got 2 old men on his ass, bro.
The Chicano documentary guy.
Yeah, what do you say?
The walrus.
The walrus. And then the other vato, Güero from San Jose. We got him out of here.
The Güero, bro.
There's a list.
Hey,
you know?
I'm going to give you a story on Güero, bro.
A lot of people. Even rappers.
When I saw Güero going over there, I was like, what are you doing, bro? See, a lot of these guys, I know what they did before YouTube started getting big, bro. A lot of these guys were messing with guys that, I mean, there's no other way to put it. These are facts. Informants, bro. People who went to court, people who wore wires. And I had Güero and Pocho actually do a live together, but on video, right? It was kind of interesting when you have a guy from up north, this and that. And when Güero, I don't know if he had done that one yet with that guy from up north, and I told him, hey,
the white guy.
I told him, hey, what are you doing, fool? He's like, what do you mean, Gil? It's like, dude, you know, and I'm telling this guy, what are you doing? This guy. Oh no, I'm not. I said, no problem, but look what you're doing. And then when I saw him go over there, and he was like, I never knew. I was like, and there's a bunch of those guys. Well, I fell out, and I didn't fall out with Güero, but there's a bunch of guys that I fell out because I told him, I'm trying to warn you, like, fool, what are you doing? Yeah. They forgot what the real world is about. They fell into the cloud, and then you're messing with all these guys these guys, there is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They have a huge target on their back, bro. These are guys who have actually testified in court, done certain stuff that you're going to get murked over, bro. Like, there's no...
If you're around them, maybe,
so,
you know.
Why am I going to start associating with you because I want views from you? What are you, crazy? You can keep them views, I mean. But that's what's happened on YouTube. Everybody seems to think that it ain't real, but the thing is, it ain't real till it is, fool.
Yeah, no, facts, fool. And sometimes you get caught up in the limelight, you forget.
Yeah.
You forget, fool, like real shit. It happened to me once, and I had to step back and be like, hold on, I'm getting too deep into thinking it's just YouTube and it's real shit.
It's just real, fool.
That you gotta answer to, fool. And I took a step back, and you know.
That's why I don't like to associate with a lot of people. And I try to, like, now, as I'm getting older, I try to look and study more who I'm talking to, because it's all access. I mean, it's all you can get. I mean, if you run my name, I run your. We can all get public access.
It's like this. Like, people always, oh, you worried about. I ain't worried about nobody's status, fool. If I'm working somebody, I don't care.
Yeah.
But if you're on the internet, there's a homie of mine, bro. I've known this guy for shit, bro. I want to say 38 years, 36 years, and you know, something happened to him, didn't go too well, and he's been out of the system for years, in and out, in and out. And I told him, hey, fool, you go back, you fuck up. I know, fool. Got fucked up, went back. I seen him at a function a couple years back. I said, what's up, fool? How you been? I know his situation, everything, right? And then he's talking to another homie of mine on the phone, and then I told him this. I said, listen, bro, I fucked with you. You're my boy, and you're my homie and all that, but like,
stay away.
Yeah, fool. Like, I can't take a picture with you, bro. I can't. And he got upset, bro. He didn't say it wasn't he just got upset, and that was the last time I've seen the guy. And I had told him this before he went back in. I said, fool, if you do some dumb shit, like, I'm not. See, what people don't understand, I'm not paying your debt, fool. I'm not gonna have. Imagine this guy owes somebody something. Hey, you hanging around with that guy, fool? Like,
and these are homies you love, fool. Sometimes that you just, hey, fool, I love you, fool.
This is the game,
la cagaste this way. Stay away, my boy.
And see what it is a lot of the audience on YouTube may just be regular old folk, and they think it's just a real silly game, and you guys are this. No, to me, I respect the game. For me, I don't want no part of it, but I respect it enough to know that I'm not going to be seen with somebody who's going to put me in a wreck,
in the predicament.
bro.
That's what I said. So look,